To many people, doing laundry is an important occupation to participate in order to have clean clothes. Along with showering or brushing one's teeth, having clean clothes contributes to good hygiene. According to the OT practice framework, doing laundry is considered an instrumental activity of daily living, and some may consider this task under home establishment and management. Doing laundry can be broken down into both movement phases and specific movements to successfully complete a load of laundry. Here we have Sarah demonstrating just one step of doing laundry, which is removing the cap on the laundry detergent and pouring the detergent into the cap. This task can be broken down into the stance phase, the preparatory phase, the movement phase, the follow-through phase, and lastly the recovery phase. In the stance phase, Sarah has assumed a static, comfortable, and balanced position of her body, and she is at an appropriate distance from the washing machine. This phase will initiate the task. The preparatory phase is also known as the wind-up phase. Here, Sarah's muscles, such as those in her core and her upper extremities, are preparing to generate force and momentum to remove the cap. Here we have the movement phase, which is when the action of the task takes place. Both acceleration and motion are exhibited as Sarah removes the cap and then lifts and pours the detergent into the cap. The follow-through phase is the deceleration phase. Here, Sarah's movements begin to decrease in velocity and her upper extremities prepare to stop the motion of the task. Lastly is the recovery phase, in which Sarah's body comes to a fully stopped motion as she regains any lost balance to prepare for the next step in completing a load of laundry. Now let's look at the specific movements of the upper extremities required for removing the cap and pouring the detergent. As Sarah reaches and grasps the handle of the bottle with her right upper extremity, she uses a hook grasp on the handle, her shoulder is adducted, the elbow is flexed, her forearm is slightly pronated, and her thumb is radially abducted, while digits 2 through 5 are flexed at her MPs and IPs. Once Sarah's right upper extremity has a stable hold on the bottle of detergent, her left hand grabs the cap of the bottle. Her shoulder here is slightly horizontally adducted, as well as internally rotated a bit. Her elbow is flexed, the forearm pronated, her wrist is radially deviated, and her thumb and digits are flexed. This motion here shows Sarah's elbow increasing in flexion and her wrist going from radial deviation to ulnar deviation. As Sarah twists off the cap, her wrist alternates between radial and ulnar deviation. Her digits also alternate between abduction and adduction at her MCP joints. In addition, her thumb is moving back and forth between palmar and radial abduction. Following the removal of the detergent cap, Sarah's left upper extremity moves into shoulder adduction, remains in elbow flexion, and the wrist is in neutral. Her left hand uses a cylindrical grasp holding the cap. In regards to her right upper extremity, Sarah's wrist moves from slight radial deviation into extension and then into slight flexion and ulnar deviation. Her right elbow increases in flexion and her forearm pronates. Additionally, the right shoulder extends and then abducts. Lastly, Sarah comes to a neutral position, regaining her balance. Her shoulders remain adducted, her elbows flexed, and her right wrist is extended. Her left hand continues holding the cap full of detergent, and her right hand still grasps the bottle with a hook grasp.